More than 500 years ago, on the northern coast of Peru, an ancient civilization made a terrifying decision. Archaeologists recently recovered the remains of over 140 sacrificed children near the Pacific coast. Their hearts were removed, their bodies buried facing the ocean. The reason? Because the rains would not stop. Floods were destroying crops, villages, and entire civilization. A deluge was coming. The people believed the gods were angry. Today, scientists believe those catastrophic floods were caused by El Niño, a climate phenomena born in the Pacific Ocean. Powerful enough to change weather across the entire planet, powerful enough to trigger famine, drought, floods, disease outbreaks, economic collapse, and kill millions. And now, the year is 2026. Scientists are warning that another Super El Niño could be forming, possibly one of the strongest in modern history. This is not just a weather story. This is a story of how one patch of warm ocean water can shake the entire earth. Welcome to News First. Here we break down the puzzling world of geopolitics, military, world affairs, and other information that impacts you into easily consumable videos. Do like this video and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for alerts. El Niño begins in the Pacific Ocean, the world's biggest water body in liquid state. Normally, strong trade winds push warm surface water from South America towards Asia and Australia. That movement allows cold, nutrient-rich water to rise near Peru and Ecuador in South America. This process feeds marine life, it stabilizes weather patterns, and it powers rainfall across many parts of the world. But during El Niño, those winds weaken, the cold water stops rising, and suddenly massive areas of the Pacific Ocean become abnormally warm, not by a few degrees in one city, but across millions of square kilometers of ocean. The atmosphere reacts violently to this change. Rainfall shifts, jet streams move, storms intensify. Monsoons weaken, drastically hitting the lifeline of Asia, which houses about 60% of the global population. It means about 5 billion of the over 8.1 billion people in the world call Asia their home, and without the monsoon rains, stare at drought and worse, even famine. Entire continents begin experiencing climate extremes. Scientists call this system ENSO, E-N-S-O, the El Niño Southern Oscillation. It has existed for thousands of years, but climate change is now making it more dangerous than ever before. El Niño does not hit every place equally. Some regions burn due to extreme heat, others drown due to massive floods. South Asia is one of the worst hit. India becomes one of the most vulnerable countries. Why? Because nearly half of Indian agriculture depends directly on monsoon rainfall. A strong El Niño often weakens the monsoon. That means crop failures, water shortage, food inflation, and deadly heat waves. Scientists warn that 2026 could bring below normal rainfall and extreme temperature across large parts of India. Already, the Indian Meteorological Department has warned of below average monsoon rainfall between June and September 2026. South Asian countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, and the Philippines often face severe droughts. Forest fires intensify. Water reservoirs shrink. Rice production drops drastically. And dangerous haze pollution spreads across borders, sparing no one. Australia experiences brutal heat and bushfire during strong El Niño years. Entire ecosystem dry out, rivers shrink. Agriculture suffers massive losses in this country. Eastern and Southern Africa often experience droughts and food insecurity. Parts of East Africa may also see destructive flooding. That means disease outbreaks, crop destruction, and displacement. While Asia dries, the Americas often flood, and these are massive floods. Peru and Ecuador can experience catastrophic rainfall. Landslides bury towns, infrastructure collapses. Meanwhile, parts of the United States can experience stronger storms and unusual winters too. One of the deadliest El Niño events occurred between 1876 and 1878. Historians believed it contributed to massive famines across India, China, Brazil, and Africa. In British India alone, at that time, millions died from droughts and starvation. China suffered catastrophic crop failures. Brazil experienced devastating drought. Globally, estimates suggest tens of millions of people may have died. Out of the then world population of about 1.4 billion, about 55 million or nearly 4% of the people in this world died during that era. This was one of humanity's worst climate disasters. And today, scientists fear modern warming could make future El Nino events even more destructive because the planet is already hotter than it was before industrialization. Now imagine adding a Super El Nino on top of that. This is where the real danger begins. The Earth has already warmed significantly because of greenhouse gas emissions. According to climate scientists, global temperature today are already around 1.4 degrees Celsius higher than pre-industrial levels of the 1750s and 1850s. That means El Nino is no longer acting on a stable planet. It is acting on an overheated planet. A strong El Nino can temporarily push global temperatures even higher, and that can trigger record-breaking heat waves, stronger storms, marine heat waves, coral bleaching, water shortage, crop failure, and economic shocks throughout the world. Some climate experts believe 2026 or 2027 could become among the hottest years ever recorded globally. India may become one of the epicenters of the crisis. Temperatures are already crossing dangerous levels earlier in the year. Heat waves are becoming longer, nights are becoming hotter, and cities are turning into heat traps. Concrete absorbs heat during the day and releases it slowly at night. This is called the urban heat island effect. The most vulnerable are outdoor workers, construction workers, delivery workers, street vendors, farmers. Millions work under direct sunlight with little protection across India. Heat stress reduces productivity, damages health, and increases the risk of heat stroke, dehydration, kidney disease, and cardiovascular stress. Hospitals may come under severe pressure during prolonged heat waves, and the economic consequences could be massive. Lower agricultural output, higher electricity demand, food inflation, water stress, and rising inequality on top of it. Humans are not the only victims, but El Nino disrupts marine ecosystem across the Pacific. When cold, nutrient-rich water stops rising near Peru, fish population collapses, birds starve, marine food chain weakens and even broken. Coral reefs bleach under extreme heat. On land, drought pushes animals towards extinction zones. Bushfires destroy habitats. Water scarcity forces wildlife into human settlements. Entire ecosystem becomes unstable. Scientists warn that stronger climate extremes may permanently alter biodiversity across vulnerable regions. The frightening truth is this: humanity cannot stop El Nino, but we can reduce the damage. Government can strengthen heat action plans. Cities can plant more trees to become cooler. Cooling centers can save lives. Early warning systems can prepare communities against heat waves and such weather phenomena. Farmers can shift towards climate resilient crops. Water conservation can become critical. Renewable energy can reduce future warming, and individuals can take precautions. Avoid direct heat during peak afternoon hours in the summer seasons. Stay hydrated. Use ORS during extreme heat. Check on elderly family members. Protect workers exposed to heat. And never underestimate heat waves, because unlike floods or earthquakes, heat often kills silently. El Nino has shaped human history for centuries. Ancient civilization feared it. Empires suffered because of it. Millions died during its worst phases. And now, human-caused climate change is amplifying its power. The question is no longer whether extreme climate events will happen. The question is, are we prepared for a hotter future? Because the children born today may grow up believing that 45-degree summers are normal, and that may become humanity's new reality. Thanks for watching this video.